Test.
Testing, testing.
Good afternoon, Nick Woodward speaking from Court B, and Lee Westwood in the Slater Gordon Premiership. I'm delighted to be joined by Ben Keat. Hi Ben.
Hello. It's
Now,
a pleasure to be here.
we're just trying to clear the graphics out. Can't log on to the iPod. Right, sorry about that, but hopefully we've now got the stream up and you can hear us. Match has just kicked off. This is Middlesbrough versus Villa Rockets, and the squad for Villa on the bench.
We have Bobby Allen and Kieran Burns.
Thank you. And we got Amir Ali in goal, Rosie Hodgson, Humza Madir and Dave Lewis. And playing away from us in red, Borough. On the bench, Galloway and can't see. And on the pitch found Hanif, Gouldsborough and Forster. I'll just get that. So what are we expecting from this match, Ben?
I think it's going to be pretty tightly contested to start with. Middlesbrough are definitely quite a hard team to break down. But I think overall, good attacking opportunity there for Middlesbrough. But I think overall the experience of Aston Villa might win out.
Yeah. They've already put in a 0-0 against Aspire, so Middlesbrough have shown us their defensive credentials and they're well known throughout the league. But have they got enough? Villa kind of put in a hard 2-0 win against your team Knights earlier today.
They did.
So for those listening not familiar with Ben's an former Australian international, plays for Western Sydney Wanderers, and we think you're the most travelled Powerchair, possibly the most travelled Powerchair person in footballing history in a given season. We think you'll have done 160,000 kilometres by the end of this season, to and from Sydney. Are you enjoying your time in England?
Yeah, not so much the travel, but all the weather, the cold. But yeah, it's
But you're here for the football.
Here for the football. It's a great experience coming over, like playing against some of the best players in the world. Definitely in like the toughest league in the world right now, I'd say, for Powerchair Football. So yeah, definitely wouldn't change anything.
Good. And are there standout teams you've faced, ones who brought something very new against you compared with what you used to? And
probably pretty obvious to say. Oh, could that be a penalty? Yes, it's a penalty.
That was given quickly, wasn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, number 6 there from Middlesbrough drove straight into the side of Dave Lewis.
Now that was chair to ball to chair contact, wasn't it? So it wasn't direct, but obviously the ref felt it was a bit too violent.
Yeah, it wasn't direct, but they are cracking down quite a bit on the driving the ball into the driving wheel these days. So it's all about protecting the player with the ball.
Yeah.
And number 6, he got found out there.
Ooh, hang on.
Moved early.
Was that deliberate? Number 6 is called found.
That was a good pun, wasn't it?
Now, we got Found and Forster on the same team. Hopefully we won't mix them up. So the penalty being retaken, the goalie moved before the ball was hit. Oh, again, I think. No, the ref. No.
He's been allowed to play on.
Oh.
I felt that he moved again quite early.
Yeah, I did.
touch judges are here talking to the referee.
No,
And it's
so
been given another penalty and a yellow card for the second time jumping it.
that would just be straightforward, would it? Like any player who does it twice will get a yellow.
Yep, correct. So first time you get the benefit of the doubt and it's just a clear retake. Second time it's a straight yellow. Deemed deliberate.
Dave's twice put it to his left. Dave Lewis taking the penalty.
And this time he slotted it.
Right. So
It's a great opening goal and penalty taken there by Dave Lewis, number 8. Past England international, showing his experience there. Be quite nerve-wracking having to take 3 penalties back to back to back, but he showed his experience and kept his nerve and slotted it quite nicely to his left.
now you said earlier you had time in the Australian national team. Have you ever played against Dave for England? That would have been in the
No, I haven't.
depths of time.
Different eras we played. So,
Right.
but I got to see him play in Australia back
Yeah.
in the 23 World Cup. Definitely a man of great talent and definitely a big anchor to this Aston Villa side.
Now, from what we were saying earlier, Borough with a solid defence, not a huge strike rate, so 1-0 down so early. They're going to have to show their mettle to come back.
Dave Lewis having a few words there with Goldsborough in the middle of the field.
Yeah, well, probably between them both, they'll have some of the highest number of National League appearances. I think I'm not giving any secrets away by saying their combined age is over 90. That's some experience, isn't it?
That's a lot of experience there.
Probably at least 50, if not more, years of playing. Can't be quite. I mean, they probably played every year that Powerchairs existed in England, I would have thought. Goldsborough to Forster, Forster across to Hanif. Ooh, well read by Dave Lewis, but now what can he do? Trying to find Hodgson. Bit of a hope. Well, no one to pass there to Hodgson, but good talking between the two teammates. Interesting there to see Hanif, obviously with a role to support in defence, quickly behind Found. They're leaving Forster up.
And we have a 2-1 against Middlesbrough there. No, sorry. Against Aston Villa.
Tricky one for Borough coach. She's the head referee for Europe and kind of has to keep it in a bottle for this, but unhappy with a few decisions already. I always ask this of players who come from other leagues, Ben. How do you find the pace of the game here?
This is by far the fastest I've ever played. Apart from playing internationally.
Right.
Definitely the fastest league around. Always going to be ready for anything. 1 minute you're defending, the next 5 seconds you're up the other end. So I think it shows the skill level of all the athletes and the footballers we have here. I guess that's the biggest thing I've seen different is like everyone here has the ability to, dribble the ball one on one, pass the ball, um, take a shot from halfway if it eventuates that way as well. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a massive, massive step up for those of us who haven't experienced it in the past before.
And I said earlier I'd been involved since 2017. I think I've seen now players joining the National League much younger with much higher skill levels. So already they're joining the sport earlier and picking up those skills and training earlier on in their careers.
Yeah, and I think part of that is also the pathways that you guys have here in England with the development squad and I know my teammate in GBG Knights, Oscar Smedley, he's a part of the I think the generation path or whatever you guys call it.
Yeah, the regional
emerging talent. Sorry, that's it. So just things like that are available to players of people like Oscar and of such a young age, 15 years old, and he's here playing in the top league in definitely in Europe, if not probably the world, as I've said before. So
I think Dave Lewis going for an Oscar there. Not sure you can tell the ref to do too many more times before he's going to get a yellow. That was brave from Gouldsborough, playing it square to Hanif on the edge of the box. Or not like on the line, I'm not sure. What did Dave Lewis do? Move early on the kick?
I think, yeah, maybe encroach to 5 metres there. Once again, Dave having something to say.
Yeah. When are the Oscars? Have they been or are they coming up? He's putting in a late bid.
I don't know, but he's definitely giving it a good shot. Here we have Middlesbrough now trying to work it out of a very, very tricky area.
Hanif tips it off his bumper. It's gone out for a kick into Villa. Oddly, Villa not looking comfortable, although they're 1-0 up. They don't look like they've settled into the pattern of play they'd want. Ali pushing up, Madeir dropping back. Ali letting it go, hoping it would go through to Hodgson. But Found and Gouldsborough blocking him off.
Can Ali flick it to Lewis? Directly behind him. Right, that opportunity's gone.
Now, I hear a lot of people saying how good the strike forces are. Would everyone be playing with the strike force at club level in Australia now?
Yep, pretty much everyone's got a strike force. At the moment, it's still the best thing out there on the market, especially if you want to play at a top level. So it's also pretty interesting to see the developments some people are making and starting to unlock a bit in the programming of the strike forces as well.
Yeah, that's a bit controversial, isn't it?
That's starting to come into the game, especially back home. I know I've done a few adjustments to my chair personally as well, so which makes a massive, massive difference. Which is probably a little bit the reason why some other European countries have had the wood over the rest of Europe. But yeah, we'll see. It's going to be an interesting World Cup at the end of this year in Argentina.
And the reason it's controversial is that the part of the regulations behind the sport are to try and make an even playing field, and the top speed is part of that. Where it's the regulations are silent on what you do between the top speed and the acceleration and all the other controls, aren't they?
Correct, yeah. So at the moment in our sport, we've only got a top speed in forwards and reverse of 10 kilometres an hour, so 6 miles per hour here in England. But yeah, as you said, what we do between that's a great ball, beautifully cut by Goldsborough. But what we do in between that 0 to 10 Ks is completely up for interpretation.
Yeah.
And really up to the athlete's skill and ability to hold themselves in the chair and control the chair in the safest manner that they can as well.
And there's no regulation on turning speed.
No regulation at all in turning speed. Aston Villa pushing hard. Surely there was a 2-on-1 there.
I think he's warned. That was a warning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we've got less than 5 minutes left. This
1-0.
Yeah, I think the possession's been with Villa for most of the half. They won an early penalty for heavy contact from Found, pushing the ball through, thumping Dave Lewis on the side. Took 3 attempts at the penalty. 2 of them Found moved before the ball was kicked, and then Dave Lewis slotted away the 3rd attempt. But not too much else to report on.
Alright, it's been a bit of a slowish game, this one. Very tactical, very strategic, but you can really see why Middlesbrough and quite deservingly got that point against Spire earlier today, which is a massive result for them, especially in the battle with my side as well as with those last sort of relegation and survival spots in the Premiership. Out to Hodgson. Hodgson with 360. Lewis just gets rammed into the side there from Goldsborough.
She'll know well what she's doing. So the table, Middlesbrough 3 points clear with a game in hand on GBG nights, so still in the mix for 3rd place, that playoff spot. A bad playoff spot, relegation.
Yep. Lewis with the flick. He can't keep it in, unfortunately. It's a goal kick there to Middlesbrough with less than 2 minutes to go.
So Found with the kick. They're quite deep here, Middlesbrough. It's not didn't have much opportunity. Deep but wide.
Good ball there.
The pace has picked up suddenly, hasn't it?
It has.
But Lewis picks it off. Oh, that's a great
Hodgson
ball.
with the ball. Oh. That was a beautiful ball there by Hodgson.
Yeah.
If Lewis read that a split second quicker.
Yeah.
Could have been looking at 2-0 there.
Still had to beat Found, but it was a good chance in the offing. Found again, but
brilliant ball there by Hanif to Foster.
Oh, good.
Hanif to
good
Goldsborough.
pattern of play there.
Oh.
But Goldsborough not able to make contact. Yep. Is that the...
Hodgson to Lewis. Lewis back to Hodgson. Hodgson with 360. Lewis again to Hodgson. Hodgson just hits it up the field. Hanif with the feint.
Oh, lovely turn. Kept control of the ball well there, Hanif, and kept it live.
Well done by Lewis. Hodgson, or Fouts come out.
Well read by Found.
Hodgson really had to come at the ball there.
Just for some reason, urgency's been injected into the game, and both teams lifting their play, but the clock's at 0. It's with the ref. I think there'll be a bit of extra time because of the penalty shenanigans.
Hanif, Middlesbrough ball. Down in a good attacking area here.
Now I'm just going to show the league table as the clock runs down here, just so we can see how this plays out.
Goldsborough to Hanif. And he goes up for a goal kick. Solid defence there by Villa Rockets.
So you can see there, Borough and GBG just 3 points apart, but this is Borough now have played one more game.
Excuse me.
Clear it. So the clock's been at 0 for a minute or two now. As we said, we think the ref will add a few minutes for the penalty. So still a chance for Borough. Oh, there
And
it
we
goes.
have half time there.
So how would you summarise that, Ben?
I think a bit of a slow game at the start. Very tactical. Middlesbrough pretty unlucky with that penalty. Clear penalty, but unlucky. It's really the only decent chance that Villa have actually had to score. The game sort of started to open up a little bit towards the end of that first half. So we'll see if Middlesbrough can really lock it into that 9th spot there in the National League, and hopefully claw their way back into this match.
Yeah. I think if both teams play the way they did in the last few minutes of that half, there's more goals to come, aren't there?
Yep.
Thank you. So we'll take a short break and we'll back for the second half of this Slater Gordon Premiership match. Middlesbrough versus Villa. Currently 1-0 to Villa. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Lee Westwood Sports Centre, Slater and Gordon Premiership. This is the second half on Court B of Middlesbrough versus Villa Rockets. It's currently 1-0 to Villa Rockets. Nick Woodward speaking, and I'm joined by Ben Kite. Hi, Ben.
Hello.
So we summarise the first half as slightly unlucky, but, you know, reasonable penalty for Villa Rockets. They put it away after the third attempt. And it's been kind of stalemate, but then it picked up. The pace picked up, the space picked up. And if that keeps up, we'll expect goals. Either Middlesbrough will break through or Villa will.
And we've had a few subs as well at half-time. Villa have taken Dave Lewis off and Bobby Allen has come on.
Ooh. Middlesbrough having a swing there, just missing. That might have been a chance. Sorry.
And for Middlesbrough, we have Galloway, number 4, on, and Foster off.
Interesting, Lewis has come off. I don't think he was warned by the ref, although he was given a lot of chat that might have led to a yellow card, but didn't. And, yeah, Middlesbrough with Galloway on. And earlier on, we missed Thomas Pettigrew off the subs bench for Middlesbrough. So the Middlesbrough squad: Pettigrew, Forster currently on the bench, on the pitch Galloway, Gouldsborough, Hanif and Found. And the Villa squad on the bench: Burns and Lewis, and on the pitch Allen, Hodgson, Mudir and Ali. Ooh.
It's a Villa free kick. I believe that was for a 2-on-1.
Yeah, I couldn't quite read the ref's signal, but he had his hands up. I couldn't see if he put 2.
And just we have a cracker of a game next door as well. On Court A, we have West Brom versus Teesside. And Teesside are up 1-0 currently at half-time there.
Teesside, the current champions.
Yes, that game could have big repercussions for the end of season.
And if you haven't been watching through the weekend, West Brom have introduced a new player from the States, Zach Dickey, who played a major part in the States' performance in the World Cup in 2023. So that...
Oh, Aston Villa have come right through.
That a typical Ali goal there.
Drove straight through the defence of Found and Hanif there. Cut them to pieces. And really, considering what Middlesbrough have done this weekend, like, that was very, very uncharacteristic of them.
So 2-0 now. Am I allowed to call that an old school goal? There's very much less of that these days, isn't there, with players moving the ball faster, but...
Very much. But Bubba Ali's a bit old school himself,
yeah.
So... At the end of the day, a goal's a goal. It doesn't matter how you get it.
Exactly. And 2-0, I would have thought Villa relax a little now.
Sometimes it's also the most dangerous lead to have in football.
So we were just talking about the cracker on Court A. That puts Teesside into second with a game in hand on Leeds and only 1 point behind them. So Aspire, Teesside, Leeds all within a point. Greenbank, Aspire, Teesside and Leeds within 3 points. So really tight. And then a long drop to West Brom in 5th, whose season seems to be sliding away from them. They had a lot of draws early on. Anyway, back to Court B. Hanif for Middlesbrough trying to fool Allen, but Allen's taken the ball past him. Found comes out to block Allen off. Allen doing really well there.
Ball
to get
inside.
Ball. They just seem to be losing composure slightly, Middlesbrough. Ball's gone out for a kick in. Allen to take. So Villa leaving Medea back on the halfway line. Oh!
Papa! With the little cheeky around the corner.
Did you see the earlier goal Dan McClellan scored?
No, I didn't.
Check it out later against Leeds. Looked like he put backspin on it. So it's an indirect free kick. Nudged it with his bumper to send it forward. It hit the court and spun back into the goal. Check it out. Ali with a bit of a similar feint on the ball there, but Hanif in to cut it out. So earlier today I saw Borough putting up a 3-person defence against those kick-ins. They're playing a bit less now, I think, so they can push on the attack. So Villa well clear of any relegation worries, but they're now on 22 points with West Brom and Newcastle. They'll be looking to push up, finish 5th. I would have thought. I think it would be beyond their hopes that they could get into the top 4. So it looks like the title is going to be played out between Leeds, Teesside, Aspire and Greenbank.
Who you'd have to say have been the standout of the pack this season. Unfortunately for West Brom, they've dropped a few points through the season to teams really of their quality they shouldn't be losing to, or even having draws against. So it's really hurt them. Aston really probably are about where you're expecting them to be in the season. They've got some great experience in their squad, but also some real raw natural talent that's maturing as well. And I think come the next 2 or 3 seasons for Villa, that's where you're going to really start to see them hopefully turn into title contenders.
I think they started off Villa with a few losses. They seem to have found their rhythm since, I think, as a team gelled.
Yes.
I can't recall either. I know Bobby Allen hasn't been in the best of health, may not have made it to all the weekends. It's been the 3rd weekend in the Slater Gordon Premiership. 2 more to go. Between 10 and 8 matches left between each teams, depending how their 5-game weekends have fallen. So still a lot of points, up to 30 points to play for. But I think the patterns of performance have settled.
Yeah.
I think it was the Championship that was being discussed, not the Premiership, but the average number of points to avoid relegation for the Championship was 14. Currently Middlesbrough on 8, GBG Knights Bern on 5. Can you see 9 more points for you? That's 3 wins out of 7.
It's definitely possible and achievable for us and boys, but also not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. We got Middlesbrough to play again. Middlesbrough beat us earlier in the season. Seven Oaks to play again. We drew with them. A very, very tough match. We're unlucky to not get the 3 points though,
Yeah.
I must say.
And you got Warriors as well.
Muscle Warriors, I mean, we got the 3 points against them, but they gave up a big fight. And we were pretty lucky. I think we won that on a penalty as well, if my memory is correct, by off Oscar Smedley, which got us the lollies there. So yeah, but by no means is it a secure. I'd like to think probably maybe another 4 or 5 points. I think would be enough.
Yeah.
To at least secure that 10th spot, which then puts us in the playoff.
Yeah.
Against third place in championship is what I think is quite realistic for us to aim at.
Just looking at Middlesbrough's run-in, they are yet to play yourselves, Muscle Warriors and Seven Oaks. So again, they'll be, like you, targeting some points. Another big cheer. I think that makes it Teesside 2.
Yes, it does. Yeah, out of those three, you'd expect Middlesbrough to probably pick up at least 5 points or so of those 9.
Yeah, that would get them to 13. You'd
Yep.
expect that would be.
Exactly, with us then 8 behind that. So, and that's if we take the points off Middlesbrough. So,
And I've forgotten who GBG are playing in the cup.
Muscle Warriors.
Muscle Warriors. Are you around for the cup game? Or you'll be
No,
back?
unfortunately not. I'm back home at that stage. So, yeah.
Are you familiar with the new Derby Finals Day? Did you watch that last year?
I didn't watch it, but I've heard about it. Definitely gonna, especially if my boys are there, definitely gonna tune in and support them from back home. Stay up late, probably get order some late night Maccas. Watch it. Watch the game with some of my mates back home as well. So
So if you were out of it, who would you root for in the cup?
or in the cup, look, I'd love to probably say I got a soft spot for Villa.
Right.
Also got a bit of a soft spot for West Brom with my boy Zach Dickey over there playing for them.
Okay. You mentioned earlier Zach had played for Western Sydney Wanderers in the Australian League, so you played club football with him.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, we played club football, and he was a big part of our first ever national title back home in Australia, which then qualified us for the Club World Cup as well.
Ah, of course,
which
yes.
we then got to play alongside him as well, which was an incredible experience for.
And he was playing for Western Sydney Wanderers there, or an American?
No, he's
club?
playing for us.
Right.
Played for us, so it was awesome to have him wear the red and black on the international level as well.
So Thomas Pettigrew on for Borough, Forster off.
And Dave Lewis has come back on as well, I see, for Hamza. So changing that I guess what you call the travel goalkeeper position.
Yeah, so Dave now playing high with the keeper shirt on, but really he's not. Ali's playing at the back.
So we're approaching 6 minutes to play here. Middlesbrough 2-0 down. What would you be looking for Middlesbrough to do to try and get back in this?
They've got locked up, haven't they? They've left Pettigrew high. It's always good to see teams giving them that out. Ooh, if Found had hit that, it might have got there. But they've got almost got 3 in their own box. Borough. They need to open it up across the wings, don't they?
Yeah, and
So Burns on, Hodgson off for Villa. A goal kick. And Hanif on. Gouldsborough off.
nice to see both squads being used throughout the game.
Yeah. Hanif, oh, I thought he was going to let it go through there, but Allen locked it off. Lewis to Allen. Now at this point, Villa just locking it up, slowing the play down, running the clock. I think so. Allen's not too bothered about getting it out of the corner there, is he?
No.
And it's gone for a kick in. It's a funny game, isn't it? When you want possession, you can't get it. And then near the end of the game, you can hang on to it for as long as you like.
Yeah.
So, classic set play from Villa, but they're leaving Ali back, well back. Although partly that's to mitigate Pettigrew, who's playing high, patiently waiting. Again,
There's no need for Villa to risk anything here.
no.
It's all up to Middlesbrough to make the play. Ball still in. Hanif with a good run. Bobby Allen's come back though. And it's been given a 2-on-1 there. I think Teesside remain 2-0 up as well on court A.
So this is indirect. How are Borough going to set up at the moment? Hanif having a long chat with the ref. Marked out the 5. They've not put anyone on the line, Villa, which you might normally do.
Allen across to Burns.
Ooh. Galloway done well, but Lewis always likely to pick off a long dribble. Can Lewis get the ball moving again? Again, I think he's just going for the corner. Hanif kind of trying to force the ball out, but Hanif takes it away. Allen will... Ooh, good play by Allen there, stripping it off. Stripped it off from behind. Allen got the ball back, and it's out for a Villa kick.
We're approaching 2 minutes to go.
Have you got a standout player from either team?
It's hard to say, really.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
I don't think anyone really stood out, to be honest. No one's really like grabbed the game and said, I'm going to win this for my team.
No.
Um,
Perhaps Lewis for keeping his composure on the penalty.
yeah.
That kind of set the first half up for them, didn't it?
It did. Everything's been quite centered around Lewis and even Ali at the back as well. So
Yeah.
probably give it to one of them.
Oh, well, instead of why don't we just give the Oscar to Lewis instead of the man of the match?
Best
For
drama.
his acting and drama early on.
But
Giving a lot of jip to the ref.
I think overall though I think the coach Stuart Allen should be quite happy with the overall with the performance of his team. They've come and had a very great performance.
But to your earlier point, in a way, they're in the league position that you would expect. They haven't quite got a spark and a flare yet, have they?
No, but they're building. I think they're slowly building to something. There's a reason behind what they're doing and the way they're being coached and everything like that. So,
and still a lot of points to play for.
I mean, really, they're also in a very comfortable position because they know. I think did you say they moved to 22 points?
Yeah.
After
So they're
this
well
match,
clear.
so
Yeah.
They pretty much have secured their safety, I'd say, after this weekend. And really, it just leaves them open to just go go ham on the teams above.
Yeah.
And
So they
just
can take risks now, can't
see what they. I tell you what, if you're one of the top four or five teams, the likes of Villa and West Brom and even Throssels are sort of the teams that the top four don't really want to probably play against, and
Yeah.
could drop very vital points. So they can definitely play a massive role within this championship and which way it goes. And look to build to next season for themselves as well. Take
And-
some confidence in and see.
And as
see
we
where-
said before, teams will be wanting to get a psychological advantage over for the Cup, and the
Exactly.
Pettigrew still perhaps the last chance for Borough. Ball's gone out.
Still a lot to play for here.
So clock's at 0.
It's on the ref's whistle.
Galloway across to take the kick.
Oh, Galloway with a
Ooh, it's-
good ball.
oh.
Oh, Pettigrew.
Just, I didn't think, it looked like the ball wasn't going to get through, and I think he misread it, didn't he? The ball sneaked through the gap.
He did.
Open goal, wasn't quite
Open
set.
goal. I think Ali got a vital touch. Just a slight
Yeah.
nick off the front of his guard, which probably put Pettigrew off, to be honest. So, all in all, good save, to be honest, at the end there by Ali. But
Yeah. So, full time, this Slater and Gordon Premiership match with the streaming kindly supported by MK Batteries. It's 2-0 to Villa Rockets, which puts Villa in 7th place, keeps Middlesbrough in 9th. Villa now on 22, along with West Brom, Newcastle and West Brom and Newcastle. Borough 3 points above 10th, with GBG Knights on 5. I'll put that table up shortly. Thank you very much for joining me, Ben.
no, thank you. It's been
Enjoy the
been
rest of
an
the
absolute
weekend
pleasure.
and safe travels.
Thank you.